they had managed to erase it all before the Trump team got in, then they should have never said that they had the list. That's the thing, is you should have never said, if you said, oh, well, we don't have the list, as soon as you get in, people would be like, oh yeah, because Biden deleted it, right? That would have been easy. It would have been so easy. People would say that, it would have been over. But no, now this is it. It's fucked up. I think so. Trump win streak is over. It makes them look awful.
It does.
I don't think that they understand how big of a deal this is for the average public. This, in my opinion, is like a top 5 issue.
Yes, if not higher. It is literally an issue that it touches every, not physically, but it literally spreads out to the whole of the West and the East. This is a reflection of power in the US politics and the system and the corruption, and it's all tentacly conjoined. Everyone needs to know what exactly is happening. Like, you can't just ignore this, and when asked direct questions, they need to be answered. It's going to be brought up for the rest of your life.
It really is. It's a massive top 5 issue. And also, keep in mind, Biden didn't release this either. So it's not like this is some kind of fucking Trump L that's unique. Biden didn't release it, and Trump didn't release it. No other state has released it. In my opinion, top 3, maybe it's top 3, but it's definitely up there. I mean, on social media, it's definitely in the top 3. For voters at large, maybe not, but I think on social media, it definitely is. So yeah. Anyway, so Pam Bondi is screwing Trump with this L, and I guarantee a third party somewhere in the world has evidence, and as well as holding it for blackmail. That is the only way that I can explain and put all of the pieces together in a way that makes sense based off of what's public, is that there is a third party that has evidence and has these files. And if either side of the political party releases these files and doesn't release them in their full capacity, then that third party will release the files. Obviously, the most likely outcome for that is either Mossad, China, or Russia. One of the 3 of them probably has these files, and so this is effectively a Cold War, right? And so nobody can release the files because it's not Cold War, it's MAD, you know, mutually assured destruction. So it just basically clears the entire board of everyone. In my opinion, I think the only probability of this ever happening, like in the future, is if we elect a really young politician that doesn't have the same connections that like these older people do. I think that this will eventually come out, but it will come out in like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Or like 15 years. So JD, it may be JD Vance or like AOC or somebody like that. Maybe they would be willing to release them because, you know, they don't have those same connections. It'll never happen. Well, and again, I'm being 50 years. Guys, I'm being optimistic right now, okay? I'm being optimistic because I try to look on, I don't really try to look on the bright side of things, but I try to be, at least, I try to like see different perspectives. This is, I think, a very big turning point, though. It does look really bad. JD doesn't have connections. What are you all, retarded? JD is not as connected as somebody like Bill Gates. No, he's not. Or he's not as connected as somebody like Jeffrey Epstein or Donald Trump is. Like, he hasn't been in the game for 50 years. He hasn't even been alive for 50 years. So if you can't understand what I'm saying with that, I think you're being intentionally dishonest. I'm not saying that you know, it's a guarantee that he's going to do it. I'm just saying it's a degree of probability. And I said AOC as well. This isn't a oh, well, next, you know, we have to vote for
I don't think AOC has the intelligence to try and pull something like this off. She doesn't have the know-how, and she'll just get caught up in the drama. But I don't think AOC will even go near this. She just doesn't get it. I don't think she truly gets it.
The Republican, no, I think this is the only way that it would ever happen, is that if it was a young person that's been totally disconnected from like that culture as well, right? And so that's it. Is this a bigger conspiracy than JFK? Totally. No, I think JFK is a lot bigger, because there is a chance that, and there's a possibility that all of the files were deleted, and there isn't a list, and they were just talking shit, and they didn't actually have the list ever. That's definitely a possibility. Now, is that what I would guess? I mean, maybe not. I kind of would guess that would happen, but I genuinely have no idea. And so anyway, person's family needs to be disconnected as well. All the friends, associates, family, etc. Yeah, definitely. The list they had was the one that leaked already.
So the
what
voters
if Elon's
got played,
party came to power? I don't think that's really going to happen. I think that this is going to make Trump look bad. But other than that, that's about it. This barely matters. Kids are getting abused all over the world every day. The government isn't going to derail the country over it. Well, I
can hear that. And the documents could have been destroyed. Who knows?
I think that, and this is the problem, is that you say that kids are being abused all over the country all the time. That's true. But it's different because, like, whenever some crazy psychopath does something bad in Missouri or in Iran or in Russia, it doesn't matter because it's just some crazy random retard, right? Party. But when this is a person who's running the country, this is a person who's making decisions that's doing this, that is a totally different fucking dynamic than just the fact that this happens sometimes, right? And so it's a totally different thing in general. Trump and Bannon are on the list. Well, it's a gross take. Well, no, it's, again, you can be pragmatic about it. I understand being pragmatic about it, but that's just not the way I see it. Do you think Trump's going to win Senate elections if things go like this till the end of 2026? I think that Trump, this is definitely, like, I mean, you can't discount the Iran war, and then like there was like a number of things that Trump has done, ending the Rwanda genocide, shit like this. The big beautiful bill gets passed, the no tax on tips. There's a lot of things that Trump has done that have been W's, right?
This is basically a big fat black eye for Donald Trump after all of these wins. Someone just come, bang, and smacked him and blacked him out, and now he's got a black eye. And he's like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to have a black eye, but it's just the way it is.
Like it's one or the other. But, you know, through recency bias, if the if the midterms were tomorrow, yeah, they'd probably lose. Absolutely. Like, because this looks so bad, man. The little black book, it's out there somewhere. Do you think average voter will remember Rwanda or Iran by next year? No, they probably won't remember anything. But that doesn't really it doesn't really say anything, does it? Like the average voter probably doesn't really care that much about the Epstein stuff either. They're like, yeah, I don't know what that happened or not. Because the Epstein files are, and we have to acknowledge this. It's important to keep this in mind, that this is on the precipice of being a conspiracy theory. It is. It's the same thing as JFK or MLK. Yeah. There is a contingency of the population that see this, anymore. But at the same time, they don't all take it very seriously. And so that is, it fully is. Yes, it is a conspiracy theory. It 100% is. And it's by definition a conspiracy theory. Yes, exactly. Nobody here has facts, and everyone's making assumptions. Young presidents also won't release it because their current family's being murdered, tethers them to being quiet. Yeah, and I think that's why it took so long for the JFK files to get released. And I think that the reason why the JFK files did get released is very simply because everybody that had power then is dead. That's it. And so nobody can go and kill anybody because everybody there is all dead. We're assuming the client list is actual list. It could also be a file with Epstein and a famous person in a random hotel or another location. It's not a definitive smoking gun list. Yeah, exactly, right? But if you say that you have the list, if you tell everybody, you say, guys, we have the list, and then there's no fucking list, well, then I'd be pretty fucking mad, okay? Editing takes so long. Yes, exactly. Anything incriminating to the elites would have been destroyed when the CIA did their scrub. Exactly, right? And so this does make Donald Trump look really bad. And yeah, let's see if there's any more of this here. I don't think there's anything else really to say. But yeah, it looked awful, man. It really did. And I don't even know what the fuck to say. But it's really, really bad. And so that's pretty much where we're at. Check Reddit SGK thing. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. So yeah, she never said that she has the list. She said she has the files on her desk, which is in response of where the list was. Guys, they heavily implied any reasonable person that was watching the Trump administration talk about the Epstein files before they came into power would have come to the conclusion that they had the files.
Look at this. Trump says if he wins, he will declassify 9/11 files, JFK files, and possibly Epstein files. Oh, okay, it's a possibility.
They knew who was involved. They communicated that very, very clearly, right?
Maybe but Epstein wasn't the only guy in the business. There must be more.
But that was clearly what the message was. For fuck's sake, stop sucking Trump's dick, guys. There's so many dick riders here. I think that a lot of people, and this is the issue, and this is why I've always told people that you shouldn't idolize people, you should idolize ideas, because people always fall short of ideas. And you know, again, I think this is a huge disappointment for a lot of people. It definitely is. It's a massive disappointment, and a lot of people are mad about it, and I think that they should be. And can we watch the CoffeeZilla video on this? Well, I don't know if he made one. I have no idea. And also, here's the truth. No one in the public knows what happened. So CoffeeZilla, fucking Alex Jones, me, Glenn Beck, fucking CNN.
Useless.
None of these people actually know what happened.
Yep.
They have no idea at all. Yep, you're probably wrong. I mean, well, no, it's that nobody knows anything about this and they can't prove it. That's the other thing too. Is like, let's say that there's somebody who has definitive, undeniable proof that the Epstein list exists. How could we reference that? And then how could we verify that? How could we know that? Like, let's say somebody presents the actual list. What's stopping everybody from saying, oh, that's not true? You see kind of what I'm saying here? The Epstein list, Jeffrey Epstein, basically the Epstein list is not being released, and I think people are unhappy about what's it's literally the #1 trending thing with almost 2 million posts. So yeah, people are fucking mad.
Yeah, look, honestly, I personally am furious, to be honest. Like, if there's no, look at this meme, no clients, why am I in jail? It's true. You can't treat, like when Trump's response was, oh, you guys still talking about this? Of course everyone's still talking about this, because this is bigger than fucking Rwanda, or this is bigger than some bullshit in Iran, or some bullshit in Israel, or some bullshit. This is bigger than everything, because it will literally has promised to tie in the conspiracy of the world's elites coming together to literally do evil acts. This is anti-God. Anything that is so anti-God has to be addressed. And if the demon, I'm using religious tie-ins here, but if the demon is here, he's licking his lips like, yes, don't reveal it. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants to finally see a moment of like the truth being revealed, and it's been hidden. Of course it's going to piss everyone off. Anyways, what do you guys think in the comment section? Please write it down now.
For the Epstein stuff, and this is from for the Epstein stuff, and this is Trump talking about it. I get much about actual list.
You can't treat, like when Trump's response was, oh, you guys still talking about this? Of course everyone's still talking about this, because this is bigger than it's been hidden. Of course it's going to piss everyone off. Anyways,
for the Epstein.
What else are we gonna watch? He popped up. What did he pop off on?
That sounds like the Bushwhacker brothers in WWE. He just rolls into the internet drama, flailing his arms till he makes contact. So personally fucking offended.
All right, let's talk about victims, and then let's talk about people's dads, Destiny.
Have a listen to this.
That sounds like the Bushwhacker brothers in WWE. He just rolls into the internet drama, flailing his arms till he makes contact. So personally fucking offended.
All right, let's talk about victims, and then let's talk about people's dads, Destiny. What's crazy is you want to bring up my dad, but what's crazy is you look like a guy who doesn't even know his dad. Ooh. And your son probably also wishes that he didn't know his dad, because you want to talk about victims. Brother, I got thousands of victims in my chat where all of our eyes were sexually assaulted by your ass when we all saw you sucking a dick on Twitter. Brother, there's not enough bleach in the world to get me to forget about that fucking goatee going down on that sloppy toppy. Ain't nobody want to see that shit. And the worst thing is, cum foot fetish? Come on, man. Come on. Like, let's chill. And Destiny, listen, brother. I don't want to have issues with you, man. I'll be real, bro. I still like the way you debate. I still like the way you conduct yourself. I have no.
He sounds like an idiot.
I have no want
autistic idiot
to sit here and have a. Then I'm gonna take a shot at him, and then he's gonna take a shot at me. I have no issues with you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. I mean, yeah, I think you're being gay as fuck, right? But who cares? The problem is, Destiny, is that I know you and Dan Saltman are good buddies, and I really like Dan. I really don't want to have any issues with my boy's boy, right? So just like, you know what I mean? Just ease up a little bit. Let's all relax. I don't know what crisis you're going through right now, but it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Now, if you want to give me a daily clip where you say, oh, no, did you hear about his dad? Oh, did you hear about the allegations? Mank, mank. Did you hear that he played Genshin Impact? Go ahead. I guess I can preemptively make a bingo card and say, what is the streamer going to say about me? But
I don't know why people keep trying to bring up his dad, as if like it's his fault that his dad did something.
Oh, what you're not going to say?
It's so weird.
That's not just this. Like, this happens all the time in life. It's like, you're always responsible for your actions of your ancestors, your fathers, you are never your own person. You're the actions of your ancestors. That is like literally the political landscape. That is literally like, you are responsible for what happened 1,000 years ago. And I'm not saying there's no minute of truth, but it's not 100%. It might be 5%. It might be 10%. It needs to be chilled, please.
That I actually did.
Yeah.
That's why I don't care.
What is that, bro? Why even get into that? Yeah, I don't understand it at all. People live for this type of drama. Yeah, I do think this shit's funny. It is very fucking funny. And oh my god, bro, like his they've been getting mad recently. Oh my god. Ad hominem? I guess so. They be doing the apple don't fall far from the tree thing. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I feel like that's a bit much, bro. Like that's a little bit much, isn't it? Jesus.
Keep proving my point, Ms. Kids. Y'all are a cancer and need to move on. Honestly, true. You're pathetic gossiping about your friend and org teammate like that is sad. Yeah, I don't really think anybody's actually friends with Miz, to be honest. Yeah, it's at least not in 2025. Yeah, I don't really know anybody. Yeah, that's okay, though. It doesn't matter. But I do like how people always say, hey, nice what you're saying about your friend. I want to make this very clear. Like, I'm not friends with him at all. I tried. It didn't work like 3 years ago. But yeah, I like friends who treat me well. Right? That's pretty much it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know. You guys don't know. Yet. Oh man, I guarantee you, bro. Like they've been crashing out on each other for a while. People are gonna be saying some shit about each other in a bit. I will say this. If any of these guys drop receipts on each other, and anybody lies or misrepresents anything, I will be there to correct the record.
Yes, you must.
That's all I'm going to say. If anybody starts saying anything, I will be there. So, want a good? Yep, we need a good, clean fight. No below the belt shots. No lying. Nothing like that. And yeah, and so we got to. Yeah, I gotta be. Listen, somebody gotta do it, right? And so that's it. But the Mad Prophet Asmongold. Well, the thing is that Keely tell us a few hours advance. So I have a meal ready. No, this is gonna go on for like a month. Okay. Minimum. Whenever they start talking about each other. That's what Ted can't moderate this. No. And by the way, when it happens, I want to let everybody involved know I'm not involved with this shit anymore. You're going on a video.
Let's hear about it.
It's gonna be a video.
I want to see the video.
You might not like it, but it's gonna be a video.
Let's see the video.
People are getting farmed, bro. Like, stay out of the drama, in my opinion. Well, this is I have my opinion on it, but I'm not going to share anything or say anything until somebody else does. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the neutral third party, and all I'm going to do is make sure that nobody lies.
Yes.
That's all.
How
there will be no lies.
You have to be 100% certain about everything you're saying, unless he can do it.
Pussy? No, it's not that. Do you want to know the real reason why I'm not getting involved? It's because I've never had any trouble with anybody ever. That's the reason why. Like, I don't have issues with people. I don't get into problems. Like, anybody that's known me for like my whole life would know. They would say straight up, like, I don't get in fight. Yeah. Cody, no, yeah, I don't Cody 20, 25 years. Like, when the fuck I ever get in fights with people, arguments with people, like fucking, vendettas with people, bro? Like, I didn't do that in middle school. I didn't do that shit in high school. Like, it never, bro. Like, I never seen you argue with anyone. This is true. Never just come retarded. yeah, a little bit, right? And so this is the real reason why I'm not gonna go and say anything until other people do, is because. It's because it's not my story. It's not my. Didn't happen to me. Like, it's not like as much as I want to farm other people's drama, I know that I will look like an asshole. And this is the most important thing: is it's all about me. I'll just look like an asshole.
A lot of people don't give that much of a fuck, and that's why I think the internet is so fucking gay. For trying to bait Donut into drama off of nothing. It was embarrassing, and I'll be real. Okay, yes, did Donut call NMP gay? Yes. Are we gonna act like everybody in OTK don't be saying that shit regardless off stream?
I've never said the homophobic F word. I've never said the N word. I've never said any racial slur ever. I've never said this. Not at all. Today. I haven't.
Some of y'all even say that shit on stream. Like, are we really gonna get upset at the quote unquote F slur? I mean, shit, I said that shit 3 days ago on stream. NMP, you're not gay. You don't get to be offended at that shit. Okay, let's relax. It's a fucking non-issue, guys.
It's a nobody. I think that we are very past the time of giving a shit about the words that people say. There was a lot of performative outrage with that for a number of years. I think we're done with that. I do. I don't think that... I honestly, this is really how I feel about it. I don't think anybody ever actually cared. And here are the 10 alleged members of the North Texas Antifa terror cell. Here are the 10 alleged members of the North Texas Antifa terror cell accused of carrying out the attempted murder of the federal officers at a shooting terrorist attack at an ICE facility on 4th of July.
Insane.
Gentlemen, all of our problems in the world are created by two groups of people. So you got a bunch of these hoes all mad, starting some terrorist bullshit. Now they all got arrested. Well, fuck them. That's what they get, man. That's what they get. Now they in jail for their whole life. All their eyes look soulless. No, the thing is, and I'll tell you the truth, is that clowns like this probably went and did this shit. Look, they're going around, they're posting all this shit on the internet. They're posting all this on the internet. How are they posting this on the internet? I'll tell you how they're doing it. Is because that nothing happens. Because you got the government that's too fucking busy covering up the Epstein shit, and they're not going after these clowns. Bro, if you give me and my moderation team the tools of the FBI database, and I'll put all these people in jail in a week.
Federal immigration agents are facing increased threats of violence after multiple incidents in Texas this week.
This is brutal,
man. Gunmen ambush officers right outside their building.
Madeline Rivera joins us live with the details. Good morning, Maddie.
People have been popping off on these ICE agents, and I said this shit was going to happen. Didn't I say this was going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen after this. Now what's going to happen is that you're going to get stricter rules and more suppression on speech. That's the next outcome.
Good morning. The Department of Homeland Security says the number of assaults against ICE agents has increased significantly, and there have been some high-profile incidents in just the last few days alone.
Yep.
Yesterday, a gunman was shot and killed after police say he started shooting at a Border Patrol annex in McAllen, Texas.
He didn't even kill anybody? Damn, bro, what a...
The suspect was identified as 27-year-old Ryan Lewis Mosqueda.
Let me see him.
The attack in McAllen came days after another violent incident in Texas just outside of Dallas. Authorities say an officer from Alvarado was shot in.
People don't understand, like, this shit is, this shit's real.
Yeah.
It is. And I've been trying to warn about this.
It's like the communist scum.
Really? I've been trying to warn about this.
The problem is now you're going to get your rights taken away in America by doing stuff like this. It's just like they're going to just bring in martial law or something to calm this down. They're going to do this crazy stuff. So I'm just using my hands a lot because I feel like using my hands quite a bit.
The neck after several people opened fire on officers outside the Prairie Land Detention Center.
I blame Trump, not because his policy is what he's done politically, but his cult of personality that fractured the American people in the political system. Well, I personally would blame the people shooting at shooting the guns. I would blame the people shooting the guns personally.
Fair, that's
who's to blame for people shooting guns? It would be the people shooting the guns. That's my viewpoint.
That's fair.
Is an ICE facility. The Justice Department is calling this an organized ambush, adding that some of the suspects were wearing body armor and had two-way radios. 10 people were charged. DHS tells Fox assaults against ICE agents are up nearly 700% over the same time last year. Last year, there were 10 assaults from January to June. This year, there have been 79 assaults within the same time frame.
You're 100% right about that, but the country's fractured and I want to blame somebody. You should blame the media for doing this. And you should blame politicians and you should blame social media companies for profiting off of it and allowing extremism and violent rhetoric to continue.
Facts.
Like, do you want to know how to make this stop happening? Find these people's social media accounts and then figure out whether they got reported or not. Investigate the company. Figure out if somebody at the company decided not to ban them. If that person decided not to ban them, then you hold that person as an accessory for murder.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Idea.
That would stop immediately. I know it sounds crazy, but I am the kind of person. My solution.
It's kind of, I want to hear a solution, but it makes sense because if you hold people to the most ultimate accountability, everyone's going to make a lot more cleaner moves. They're going to be a lot more careful.
To almost all problems are immediate. That is crazy. You can call me crazy, but you can't say I'm wrong. It would work.
I've been warning about this for 2 months. The ramped up rhetoric is going to cause a situation where someone loses their life. We saw that today. I was hoping I'd be wrong, but I wasn't. And I'll tell you something else. It's not the end. Unless we stop the hateful rhetoric against ICE and Border Patrol, comparing them to Nazis, there's going to be more situations like that.
That's right.
The attacks in Texas remain under investigation, and officials say anyone involved in attacking law enforcement will be prosecuted to the
It's not enough.
Fullest extent. Griff, Emily,
you have to stop the propagators, because the people that go out and do this stuff are generally just like your run-of-the-mill, disaffected, mentally ill, sidelined social reject retard. Like that's not really a big deal. Like, you're gonna have people like that. You have to stop the people where it's coming from. accountability is lacking. So how about corporal punishment like Singapore? Oh, yeah. No, I definitely support that. For sure.
As they should. Matty Rivera, thank you very much.
You know, the thing to remember here is that these ICE agents, they are doing exactly what elected legislators are ordering them to do. They are enforcing the laws that have been duly enacted by the legislature. And Democrats spend a lot of time talking about law and order. And the idea that these people are paying the price for enforcing the laws that Democrats helped put on the books is unconscionable. And I think we're at a position right now.
Well, they just lost the vote. I mean, sometimes you lose the vote. Things don't go your way. That's the way it goes. That's life.
Where, Democrat lawmakers have allowed this problem to metastasize, and they don't know how to control what they've created. And so you have these scenes like the one we saw yesterday where you have Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, marching out into the streets trying to interfere with ICE operations. And at some point, an adult in the Democrat Party is going to have to stand up and say, we do not stand for this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, look, the threat.
No, that's not going to work. It won't work. You have to arrest them. You have to arrest them for conspiracy. Because until you stop people from doing it at the beginning, it's going to keep happening. Like, basically, all they're doing is reacting to problems, and what they need to do is be proactive to problems.
Environment against federal
she's a
law
retard.
enforcement
What do you expect?
has possibly never been higher than right now. Now, why is that?
2020 was
It's
worse,
because the rhetoric of the Democrats are not coming down. Do you have Hakeem
Worst
Jeffries in
time of our
Washington?
lives, the amount of terrible actions that we've taken.
And the leader
Black
of the
Lives
Democrats in the House of Representatives likening ICE to Nazis. You've got Karen Bass.
Here's another thing that's going to happen. This is going to be a bonus event. Is that you're going to have right-wing people that are going to start killing these Democrats too.
Yep.
They're going to see somebody like Kyle Rittenhouse and be like, oh, I'm going to...
And you'll see the response will be much more brutal.
I'm going to go do that myself. And like, that's what's going to start happening. Because, like, and this is the thing, is like, these people think that, like, they have a monopoly on violence. No, they don't. I mean, a lot of right-wing people have guns. They better not. No, I mean, it already happened. I don't think they'll ever do anything. I think so. Like Luigi? Kind of, yeah. Bro, stop slandering Rittenhouse? Slandering? I'm saying that he went out and he killed people that were causing... I support Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah, I totally support him. I think what he did was great. Those people are parasites. Didn't he just, like, randomly shot one of the guys? Wasn't one of the guys a pedo? Who cares?
Well, IQ chatter right now.
Kyle W. I don't care about that at all. The thing, like, that's it.
And he wasn't going out around it. Kyle Rittenhouse was in self-defense and also defending areas that were getting to be destroyed by these crazy anti-fascism people.
His example, like, what I'm using is but that's my whole point, though, right? Is that he shot those guys and everybody saw him as the good guy. They saw him as the good guy. Most people did.
Yep.
In California, you've also got in San Diego a city councilman a month ago.
I understand some people, but it was self-defense. People aren't going to see it. You're not, you think like you think. You can't think like a crazy person thinks. I can. At the end of the day, this guy did something really bad and he got props for it. That's the only way that people like that are going to break it down. That's the reason.
Calling, writing terrorist over ICE enforcement officers, saying, the community should fight back. You've got a member of Congress getting arrested at Newark. I mean, it's almost as if they're choosing that as a playbook to double down. I thought it was interesting. Axios had a piece talking to unnamed sources who are Democrats saying that they want to pretty much just keep ramping it up and double down on that card. Here's a little bit of what they found out about this anti-Trump, anti-ICE resistance, and Axios Democrats telling people to get shot for this. Here's the quote. The grassroots wants more. Some of them have suggested what we really need to do is be willing to get shot when visiting ICE facilities or federal agencies.
Why would they
a
say
third
that?
House Democrat
It's the
told
stupidest thing I've ever heard in my
Axios.
life. Let's see. I want to read this. The grassroots wants more. Some of them have suggested what we really need to do is be willing to get shot when visiting ICE facilities or federal agencies. A third House Democrat told Axios on Monday.
Democrat told Axios.
Revolutionary logic. Someone else does something. Someone else does something.
Every single time.
Believable. Here was...
Every
I do nothing.
single
Everyone
time.
does nothing.
Believable. Here was White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt yesterday responding to that.
It's hard to believe anyone with morals in this country or decency would say such a thing. Obviously, the White House condemns that rhetoric, and we condemn violence of any kind. This administration is simply trying to enforce our laws, and we must be a nation of law and order. You cannot simply waltz across our border and live here illegally and expect to stay.
Yep.
We are going to enforce our nation's laws, and the men and women who are doing that are doing so in a respectful way. They are doing so within the confines of the law, and they are just trying to do their jobs. And we condemn any violence or any calls for violence of any kind against any American.
You know, in the press...
It should be that simple, but for them it's not. And the reason why is because they want to use terrorism in order to force people into believing what they think. They already lost the intellectual war on social media because social media is no longer curated and censored on their behalf. And so what they've resorted to instead of that is being violent. That's it. They want the Patriot Act Part 2. I'm telling you.
Secretary speaks. It is so clear and concise and in such stark contrast to those Democratic legislators who are responsible for much of the legislation that is being enforced, that with such mealy-mouthed and upticked rhetoric, advocate for violence. And they use this hyperbolic speech that has zero place in our society right now, likening ICE to fascism, likening the president to Hitler, and worse. And they also are, I mean, I'll say they aren't even subtle about it. I mean, they are calling actively.
Yeah, they go out and they say this themselves. And so if they're not subtle about it and everybody sees it and everybody knows it, then why are they getting away with it? That's really the problem. That's the problem. The problem is in plain sight, but nobody wants to address it.
To dox ICE agents. They are cheering that app that will obstruct justice and render vulnerable.
I don't see anything wrong with masks and plain clothes. No, not really. I mean, as long as they're actual official agents, yeah, sure, I'd be fine with that. There's plenty of undercover police officers. They do that all the time. Like, you're acting like, no, I don't see a problem with it at all. Absolutely not.
The ICE agents even more. How far will they go? I mean, you read it just then. They want to get shot because they are only about performative stunts for their elite petri dish that is so insular, and they have no idea what real Americans go through, which is their loved ones are out.
How do you differentiate? So 3 people have asked that question. You're not responsible for differentiating. You're not. The people who are responsible are the police. So if you feel like something like this is happening in your area and you're worried about it happening, then you should call the police, dial 911 and say, hey, there are a bunch of masked men here that are abducting people. Please get over here real quick. And if it's a problem and it's not, an agency, then the police will go over there, right? I mean, obviously, that's what, like, the entire idea that, like, you being able to differentiate implies that, like, you're going to stop them in the first place. You can't go and stop them and do that. That's crazy.
Their loved ones are ICE agents. ICE agents are part of the community. They are part of the fabric of American existence, and we support and respect and cherish them. And this all-out assault on them, it has to stop before it gets worse.
And, of course, the crimes that the ICE agents are trying to prevent by removing criminal aliens from our midst.
Yeah, I was a witness to an undercover operation where plainclothes cops stopped the murderer on the run, legging it away in a crowded town. They have the element of surprise to get closer to the criminals to apprehend them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, like, this entire idea of plainclothes officers wearing masks is some kind of, like now everybody's acting like it's this existential threat, when how many movies have we watched where it's people that are infiltrating areas and trying to get into, like, different places, and it's a cop movie and they're not dressed up like police officers? It's nothing new. It's been going on forever. Obviously, that's what you would do. Rush hour? Yeah, like, there's nothing new about this. It's not some sort of new issue at all.
Are happening in the neighborhoods where those people live.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are paying the brunt of it.
You put a really important point, though, on something, Emily, and that is the human aspect. Can you imagine being the spouse of an ICE officer or Border Patrol agent, or the daughter or the son, knowing that this is what they're walking out in? The attack in Alvarado, Texas, 10 individuals have now been charged with attempted murder of a federal officer because 20 to 30 rounds from an AK-47 or assault rifle of some sort was fired at officers.
And they didn't hit a single person? What a fucking retard. Oh, my God. What a moron. Jesus.
They had bulletproof vests, they had body armor, and you know, we're at a point now where there should be bipartisan calls to tone it down, yet there isn't.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I thought they missed everything. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's awful then. Yeah, AK is wildly inaccurate. Is that true, or is that just in video games? Like, I don't even know if that's true or not. There's the video when an officer got shot in the knee. Yeah, there it is. Well, anyway, I think this is a huge issue. I really do. I've been a very big advocate against this kind of stuff for a while. And I do really think that at a certain point, people like this do need to be held accountable. But right now, it seems like it's impossible for that to happen because so many people are, I don't know, they're afraid of the optics of it or something like that. I don't know what to say. Cartels said that they don't care and they'll just wait until Trump is out of the White House. Well, yeah, of course. Like, they don't want to deal with him. Like, of course not. Why would they? How would you solve the political divide? It's simple. You find the people that are expressing violent rhetoric, and then you just put them in jail. It's simple. Like, you find them, and that's the first way to do it, is that you put the people that are pushing it in jail. You get rid of them. And yeah, you remove the well, it's not even agitators. Like, I'm not even talking about agitators. I'm talking about like people that are like advocating for like killing people. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, if you think ICE is like bad, then like you should go to jail. No. But the people that are advocating for like shooting them, guns and everything like that, I think that's a big issue though.
Okay, fair enough.
Good day, everybody. Hello. My name's Will Stansel. I'm a closed border America First Nationalist, but only when it comes. Trump's based vision, multiracial cordialism, was not made for this.
Have a look at this. Drew Pablo here.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to try.
Responding to one of my videos.
Okay, I got it. We're going to watch Hassan Piker's attack on me, and then we'll watch Will Stansel. Very interesting.
Here we go. This is it.
Okay, I think I've got it now. Thank you, George, for sending this. I'm going to put this on the screen. 1 second.
All good, brother. All good.
So, I think you said 7:15. Okay.
Ironically, the point of contention here is that like I
don't really understand it as well, to be honest.
Guys that made a video celebrating Hanukkah. I'm not, guys. Normally,
so it's just Hassan going, oh, how dare anybody say anything is anti-Semitic? Yeah, fuck you, Hassan. Fuck you, Hassan.
Little tuned in. I'm a little better tuned in to like the mind of, and I can kind of comprehend like what the argument is. Wait, it's coming. Why is Drew Pavlov getting so much playtime here?
Yeah, get fucking owned, Hassan. Why is Drew getting so much playtime? I'm coming for your fucking position, Hassan. Watch out.
Like, this just goes through Zohran Mamdani's shit, and then it makes its way to Fox News. What is going
on? I'm fucking powerful. I just fucking read through Zohran's tweets. I post them up. It goes to the fucking world. Sorry about that, Hassan.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
Getting them to do it is an existing YouTube comedy account with 1 million subscribers. Zohran celebrated Hanukkah by getting an Indian comedy trio to dress up as Jews and spin a dreidel. Literal blackface minstrel shows.
It is a blackface minstrel show.
Mascot
Literally is that. It literally is that.
Shit ever. Getting them to do it is an existing YouTube comedy account with 1 million subscribers from 2012.
Let me tell you why Hassan's mad. Let me tell you why Hassan's mad.
And they have a holiday series for Christmas and Kwanzaa. It's literally just them dancing with Punjabi music, but foreign language. I believe the same thing, by the way. Right? They're just trying to make up shit at this point during dancing with foreign music, so it must be scary. Also, dressed like Jews, they're sick. They don't cut their hair. They look like that. But the got them to make it is still hilarious. Wait, so this is just it, huh? Like, this unironically is just because they're brown.
Holy fuck. Fuck you, Hassan. Literally fuck you. You literally support the Houthis. You support Hamas. Oh, it's just because they're brown. Dude, they were literally doing a minstrel show making fun of Judaism. Fuck you.
I know who Just Rain is, chatters. I know. He's the GOAT. I'm saying I couldn't even comprehend why this was considered somehow anti-Semitic. Like, this is a bridge too far for me.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Hassan Piker has declared it not to be anti-Semitic. Therefore, it's fine. Therefore, it's fine.
That's right. That's how it works.
Guy who hangs out with people who celebrate the Washington, D.C. execution. He hangs out with Bad Empanada.
By the way, as you're tuning in, it's Hassan versus Drew Pavlo right now as they're responding to my video.
That every single Jew should be killed in Israel. That his friend Bad Empanada says that every single Jew in Israel should be killed. And Hassan Piker's like, listen, guys, I haven't seen anything that's anti-Semitic here. Yeah, fuck you.
For me,
I'd love to debate Hassan. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'd debate Hassan in a heartbeat, but he would never do it because he's fucking scared. He would never let me debate him.
You hear that, Hassan? You were scared, apparently. According to Drew Pavlo, you were scared. You would never debate Drew Pavlo. I want to see a debate between Hassan and Drew Pavlo. Make it happen, Hassan. Let's watch this happen. Who has the true intellectual might? Intellectual. I'm not even saying the right word. Who has the might? That's what I want to know. I want to see Drew versus Hassan. In the comment section, do you want to see the same thing?
Because he's fucking scared.
Let's see.
Normally, I'm pretty tapped in to the mind of a... But I didn't understand what the offensive act here was. Like, I didn't get it. It's like if a Chinese comedy trio or a comedy troupe in Mandarin sung, like, Happy Hanukkah or sung a song about, like, Christmas. And then people were like, this is the most thing I've ever seen. This is like anti-Semitic. The offensive being Arab. They're not even Arab. They're Indian. They're Sikh Indians. They're not Muslim. I mean, it's just like these guys, Drew Pavlov, Eyal Yakubi, all these like people.
Drew Pavlov. Say my name right, you fucking cunt. It's Pavlu. It's Pavlu. Isn't it so ironic? Like, you know, the Zoran thing, the famous Zoran thing. Say my name right. It's Mamdani, Mamdani. And then Hassan can't even say my name.
People, they're so stupid and so racist.
You hear that?
He's calling me stupid and racist. You know what it is? You know what it is? I'll literally tell you what it is. Hassan Piker is mad that I'm not his Dimmy. He wants to go back.
Okay, guys, you're going to hear what a Dimmy is.
In time to the Ottoman Empire, when the Greek Cypriots were under Turkish occupation, when the Greek Cypriots had to pay the jizya tax. Hassan Piker is angry that I'm not a Dimmy. He's angry that I'm not literally his Jim Crow inferior within the Turkish Empire. That's what it was. The Greeks were living under a Jim Crow style system in the Ottoman Empire, which Hassan Piker supports. He loves the Ottoman Empire. He makes all these jokes about it. He even joked on stream about turning my future son into Janissary. The Janissaries were basically Greek children who were torn from their families and in many cases tortured and castrated and made into a personal slave force
military
for the Caliph.
Slave force. Yeah.
And Hassan Piker is angry that I'm not his Dimmy. Hassan Piker is angry that I'm not his personal Jim Crow bitch in Cyprus. That's what Hassan Piker is mad about. He wants to go back 200 years when the Greeks in Cyprus lived equivalent to how African Americans lived under Jim Crow, lived under apartheid in America during the worst days of American history. That's what Hassan Piker wants for Drew Pavlu and the other Greeks. He wants to go back to the days of the Ottoman Empire. And he's mad that I won't accept dimitude. He's mad that I won't accept slavery. Fuck you, Hassan.
It's amazing. Fuck you, Hassan.
Talk to Destiny, Richard Spencer, and Noah Smith. Big moves, man. Look, listen, a lot of big moves are being made, and Hassan Piker is here on a stream calling me racist. And it's just because he's angry. He's angry that I won't be his fucking Dimmy. He wants me to be his Dimmy, his slave in the Ottoman Empire Caliphate.
They're so stupid and so racist.
You hear that, Drew? You're stupid and racist, apparently, according to Hassan.
And you expect them to just like kind of go away because people will like recognize they're stupid and racist after the 700th time that they're outed as being stupid and racist.
Oh wow, Hassan has outed me as a racist guy. Literally the guy who sings Hezbollah songs on his stream has refused to say that you can't kill Israeli babies. This is Hassan Piker. He literally cavorts and cavoodles with people like Bad and Panada, who literally cheered on like massacres of Jews,
True.
the worst massacres of Jews since the Holocaust. And Hassan Piker sits there and he's just lording it up like he's some kind of neo-Ottoman caliph. And he's just mad. He's fucking mad that I won't be his fucking dhimmi in the Ottoman Empire Caliphate. Fuck you, Hassan.
But then you realize, no, actually, everyone is just as stupid and just as racist. So they love this shit. The whole conversation is so funny. These are
everyone's racist except for Hassan Piker, the guy who cheers on the worst massacres of Jews since the Holocaust. He's conveniently not racist. Yeah, dude, so true. So fucking true. By the way, guys, anyone who's watching the stream right now, leave a like on the stream. We really need your help.
Leave a like on the stream, leave a like on this video, make a
helps
comment.
us reach more people. Leave a like on the stream. And subscribe as well. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the stream with the Drew Pavlu Show. That's your best way to support us. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. Hang on.
I do want to see Drew Pavlo and Hassan debate. As long as I want to actually have a chat to Drew as well, but it hasn't happened yet. We've tried many times. It just never seems to work out.
I accidentally closed the tab. I'm going to bring that.
Come on, Drew. Greek on Greek energy here, mate. How many Greeks in a room, maybe?
You look like that, but the got them to make it is still hilarious. Wait, so this is just it, huh? Like this, unironically, is just because they're brown. I know who Just Rain is, chatters. I know. He's the GOAT. I'm saying I couldn't even comprehend why this was considered somehow anti-Semitic. Like this is a bridge too far for me. Normally I'm pretty tapped in to the mind of but I didn't understand what the offensive act here was. Like I didn't get it. It's like if a Chinese comedy trio or a comedy troupe ever seen, this is Drew Pavlov, and you expect them to just like kind of go away because people will like recognize they're stupid and racist after the 700th time that they're outed as being stupid. They're fucking Jews section around.
Oh no, not Islamophobia. Yeah, dude.
Okay. It goes back to the thing that I said over and over again, which many people in my former co-hosts' community got mad at me for, which is objectively the truth. While anti-Semitism and Islamophobia are unacceptable bigotries, anti-Semitism has no institutional permission, whereas Islamophobia...
Oh yeah, anti-Semitism has no institutional permission, says the guy who plays Hezbollah songs on his stream. Fuck you, Hassan.
Yeah, has all...
Good point. Twitch and Amazon have held you like a little baby, Hassan.
Institutional permission. There is no punishment for being Islamophobic. You can be as openly Islamophobic as you want to be. That's all that, like, you can just do what you want. This is only offensive if you're literally just super racist. It's true. Like, you just genuinely either A, think that these are like Arab Muslims, and even then, like, there is no mockery of Judaism here at all. And you just personally are racist enough to think that they're one, A, Arab Muslims, and B, making a mockery of Judaism by singing a song in a...
Yeah. Hassan would be so fine. Hassan would be so fine if a bunch of non-Muslims played dress-ups and started singing and dancing to mark Muslim religious holidays. I'm sure Hassan Piker would really support that. I'm also sure that Zoran would also really support that. Yeah, for sure, guys, for sure.
Foreign language about Hanukkah, which automatically means it's a mockery.
And why is it that in the Democratic Party, the three most compelling figures...
Well, there you go, guys.
The mayoral candidate, Bernie Sanders, and...
That's enough of that. I just want to say, Drew versus Hassan. Hassan called Drew stupid and racist. I'm here telling Drew, hey Drew, Hassan, this happened. Let's talk here and let's fight there. We can fight them together as one Greek Australian group. What do you guys think in the comment section below? That was friggin' hilarious. I'm glad Drew got to enjoy this. Right back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. My stomach. Have a look at this. Drew Pablo here.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try
Responding
for sending this. I'm gonna put this on the screen once.
Ironically, the point of contention here is that like
I don't know. I don't really understand it as well, to be honest.
guys that made it.
So it's just.
Yeah.
So it's just Hassan going, oh, how dare anybody say anything is anti-Semitic? Yeah, fuck you, Hassan. Fuck you, Hassan.
Little tuned in. I'm a little.
Hassan. Fuck you, Hassan.
Little tuned in. I'm a little better tuned in to like the mind of our, and I can kind.
Come here for a second.